Hi there. I know I mentioned a couple weeks ago about a notion called moral injury versus burnout, I think was the blog title. Part of why I've been thinking about that is that I'm co-teaching a course in dialogues in the experiences of war. And what we're focusing on is the gap between veteran culture and civilian culture and how some moral injuries come about because of that. So because I've been focused on that class, on that topic in this class, I've been thinking about it a lot. And it makes me think about the gap now between healthcare workers and the civilian community. I know it's always been there. Um, I've worked in mental health, and of course, the civilian world looks at shrinks, and especially trauma shrinks, in kind of a weird way sometimes. At least that's been my experience. So I've been thinking about this gap, and especially as the pandemic rages now, and people, um, and this gap continuing to exist and will exist. You know, people like to use the phrase amongst for healthcare workers and first responders that you all are at war right now with this disease, and that's really true. But as veterans of that war, I worry that as this goes away, there may be this gap that we're going to have to look at. And primarily, it's not to worry about the civilian community so much, but it's really to worry about those of you that have been on the front lines of this thing. So, my advice, you all really need to stick together. You are going to be veterans of this war, and we all need to recognize that because I think that's going to impact how we approach each other as we come out of this. So, just something to think about, and I'll see you next week. Take care.